of the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Museveni Kaguta. I would like to take this opportunity to celebrate him as a father of the nation, as the beacon of peace, the beacon of hope, and a pillar of not only Uganda, a pillar in East Africa, a pillar in Africa, and a ray of hope for all the African leaders. I want to thank the President for being selfless, offering you life from 20 years old, being determined, 30 years you decide to join the bush and come out to liberate this country. This country is what it is today because of the sacrifices that he made. And so when I celebrate the life of the President, is because he himself put his life on the forefront for this country to be what it is today. Look at the security that we are, thriving on. The roads, you can connect Uganda from left, right, center, across borders. The roads, the infrastructural development is wonderfully done. Education sector, the health sector, and, principle of democracy. You have multi-party politics at play. He is very accommodative of everybody, and his life is really a blessing to Uganda. So I celebrate him as a leader, as a teacher, as a pillar, as a messiah. Happy birthday, President General Yoweri Museveni Kaguta.
I felt, Honorable Speaker, that it has taken extraordinary effort by the visionary leadership of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, guiding the Uganda People's Defense Forces, a force that has sacrificed for over 20 years, trying to stabilize the northern region. I reflected, Honorable Speaker, a situation where they used to tell us that guns would be singing in different tones, alto, bass, and soprano, from morning to evening. That this place, there would never be a convergence of family. People were at the run. That the pictures we used to see of people having padlocks on their lips. Honorable Speaker, it dawned onto my mind and heart that this cannot be taken for granted. That this effort, Honorable Speaker, ought to be recognized and appreciated by the whole Parliament and Uganda at large. That now, Honorable Speaker, yesterday, we had a force of less than even 100 UPDF and police combined, and everyone was secure. Honorable Speaker, in the evening, we walked on the streets of Gulu, up to like 10 kilometers inside, for jogging and health fitness purposes. And everyone was enjoying themselves. Well, and it was tarmac. Actually, it is more exemplary than most of the towns in this country. And you don't want to imagine that that has happened naturally. You want to think that this happened because there was a purposeful and visionary leadership of both the nation and UPDF as an institution of government. But very finally, Honorable Speaker, I felt that we need to appreciate the extraordinary patriotic and the visionary spirit of the President. Honorable Speaker, even some of us members of Parliament and the other big rich men in town, whoever gets in money thinks of transferring their homes in those countries. I felt that for the President to have fought for peace since the 60s up to now, and later on integrated his son, who is a general, and who made the last assault on Kony in Garamba, and delivered the tranquility that we see, it is also worth thanking the President for. And our appreciation also goes all the UPDF commanders, but also General MK Mhozi Kainerugaba for the last assault and effort that he took in Garamba. I beg to move right on, Speaker. Thank you.
I rise to second the motion that Parliament pays tribute to HE General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, for the commendable leadership of the Uganda People's Defense Forces in safeguarding the security of the west of this part of the region, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues, the visionary leadership of His Excellency the President, as we today celebrate one of his greatest achievements in ensuring peace in this part of the region, has manifested itself, Right Honourable Speaker, by the sitting of this Parliament in this part of the region. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to agree with the mover of the motion and second the motion because of the impact, the result of all that the President has done in ensuring peace in this part of the region. For those of you who have ever lived in a war-torn area will agree with me that life in a state of war is a life that you never wish to live in after war. Right Honourable Speaker, this part of the region was inaccessible for most of the Ugandans, but today, because of the peace that has been ushered in, we here celebrate our President Yoweri Museveni. We also celebrate the contribution by the UPDF in pacifying this part of the region and the whole country. Right Honourable Speaker, notably, we want to also recognize key individuals who made heavy contributions in ensuring that we achieve peace in this part of the region, Right Honourable Speaker. Notably, as we celebrate the achievement in peace, Right Honourable Speaker, we recognize our fallen sons of the soil who contributed heavily in contributing peace in this part of the region. The late Paul Lokech, the late General Keta, Right Honourable Speaker, the late Colonel Eshwara, among children of the soil who contributed heavily in bringing peace in this part of the region. Unfortunately, there are no more. We pray that the good Lord rest their souls in eternal peace. Right Honourable Speaker, today we also celebrate our very own Commander of the UPDF, General Ken Rugaba, for his heavy contribution. You are aware, honourable colleagues, that at one point he was also in operation in Garamba. And this is something notable that honourable colleagues cannot go unmentioned. Honourable members of Parliament, we celebrate the contribution of our religious leaders, but also among those who served in the UPDF and still serving, some of the good generals like Lieutenant General Charles Utema Awani. He's among the people who comes from this part of the region. And of course we have to celebrate. Right Honourable Speaker, when we hear the celebration coming from the tent, definitely I want to believe that the members do agree with me on his contribution in this part of the region. Right Honourable Speaker, as I continue in appreciating the move of the motion, it is important that today we also celebrate our religious leaders. I'm aware that Archbishop Emeritus John Baptist Udama is here. We recognize his heavy contribution in bringing peace in this part of the region.